Alright guys, Joey V here again. This video is going to be a little bit longer than the previous ones, simply because I chose to include a little bit of our warm-up, and because I also included a few slow motion replays, just to show exactly what happened and why I got scored on. Overall, the team played very well. I had a decent game when we consider the fact that I had no edge on my right skate. I had played a higher division game earlier in the week and I had not had my skates resharpened from the damage smashing up against the post, so that wasn't too great for me. But we still managed to walk away with a 6-3 win, our second of the season, so I'm happy with that. So this is a bit of a long sequence, however, I included it simply because it took a while, but we eventually did get the first goal. It's just a little sucky that, sucky for the goalie that he did make the save, but he didn't get control and it just trickled in between his legs, which is never fun, as we all know. This was our second goal, and it was very straightforward. It was a pass play, and we put it in right outside the goalie's blocker. Alright, at the beginning here you can see I'm having a bit of trouble with my right skate. That is indeed because I lost the edge. And while this doesn't end up being a scoring opportunity at all, the puck does make a weird bounce behind the net, and it kind of pops out right to my right, and so I just cover it up just to make sure that nothing happens. So here nothing happens to the right, but he goes around, and luckily he misses his first shot where he was close range, and then gets a second one from further out where I was partially screened, but I just decided to make myself big in my VH, and he had nowhere to shoot. So right off the face-off here, that gentleman in number 22 completely misses the puck, and you can see that it would have gone right into the net, but my stick was down, so I just pushed it to the side. And then the play moves to the other end, where the ref calls a delayed penalty, and no one sees it at my bench, so I actually have to hit my stick for them to notice me. And they send out a sixth player. The play goes on for a little bit longer until we send it over to our left wing, who takes a nice wrister and scores on the delayed penalty for us, bringing the mark to 3-0. This wasn't an overly difficult play. The shooter was all alone, but he did took a slightly screened shot. I just try and line myself as much as I could with him, and he shot right into my chest. This play was from one of our forwards sending the puck back to our defenseman, who actually misses it, and while the puck was being swiped by the other player, it pops up right to the net. Luckily, I was able to catch that, and by the end of the first, we are in the lead 3-0. This was our opponent's first goal. It was a one-timer from behind the net, and I just had no idea where the puck was going to go. Here, their defenseman made a big mistake, and it wound up being a 2-1-0, which became a full breakaway, and ended up in being our fourth goal. Similar to their first goal, this one here comes behind the net, and it's a nice pass out to the front with a one-time shot right between the legs, taking the mark to 5-1 for us. And that would be the end of the second period. Not a lot of action in this one. This is a bit of a long sequence, but I left it in here because I wanted to point out two things. The first one obviously being the save, and the second one being what my team does here. You're going to notice that on the right, the gentleman on the red, and a little bit later, the gentleman in the black on the left, are both left in front of my net without any supervision. Luckily at that point nothing happens, but this little turnover turns into a shot, which I make the save on, and unfortunately the rebound goes right to the gentleman in the red, and so I make a big stretch to try and cover up the net, and he shot right into my chest. Nothing too complicated here. The play comes out with a lot of speed on the left. My defenseman forces a pass, and by the time the pass recipient can shoot, he's too close, and standard VH, nowhere to shoot. And now we head over to the other end of the ice where we score our final goal. The other team protested heavily against it, but the ref saw it in, so we weren't going to argue with him. We'll take the goal. Here we have a good shot right off the face-off. I get an elbow on it, and it deflects out into the net. Another great one-timer shot right off the face-off. This time I get the blocker on it and send it into the corner, and my team takes the puck out of our zone. At this point, we were just finishing up a power play, and I was not expecting a shot. I was actually expecting a dump, but he made a fantastic wrist shot right to the top corner, which you'll see again in the slow-motion replay. I was caught out of position, and it really just was a perfect shot. So kudos to him. Here we have their third and final goal. The gentleman comes in almost on a breakaway and hits across the crease, and I'm very upset at myself because as I made my slide, I leaned towards my glove side and completely left the net open, where if I would have been in position, I would not have smashed my stick on the goalpost as you just saw there. In third period, the defense was getting a little bit more lax and letting the opposing team shoot a little more. I got cut out of position, but luckily he completely misses the net and no one was there for the rebound. Here we have another relatively lax defensive play where the shooter can come across. Luckily, they don't allow him to shoot front hand, and his backhand is right into my chest. Here they go for one final shot that they shoot wide of the net, and then one of our forwards takes the puck and just fires it to the other end of the ice at the same time as the buzzer goes. So this was our second win of the season. Very happy with the way the team played overall, and hopefully we keep getting there.